Sean Diddy Combs offers $50 million bail amid serious charges. A comprehensive look at the case. Sean Diddy Combs, one of the most recognizable figures in the entertainment and music industry, is facing a legal battle that could permanently alter his legacy. The hip-hop mogul, who built a multi-million-dollar empire through music, fashion, and business ventures, is now embroiled in a federal case involving serious charges including sex trafficking, racketeering, and related offenses. The bail offer. In an effort to secure his release while awaiting trial, Diddy has offered a substantial $50 million bail package. This proposed amount is largely secured by his $48 million mansion located on Miami's exclusive Star Island. To cover the remaining $2 million, Diddy has offered his mother's Miami home. In addition to these financial assets, Combs has agreed to the following conditions to demonstrate that he is not a flight risk: wearing a GPS monitoring device to allow authorities to track his movement, limiting his travel to just 3 states, Florida, New York, and New Jersey, surrendering the passports of both himself and his family members to the authorities to prevent any international travel. These steps are being taken to convince the court that Diddy will comply with legal requirements while awaiting trial. His legal team is also likely aware that federal prosecutors will argue that Combs has both the means and the motive to flee the country, given the severity of the charges he faces. The charges. Diddy was arrested by federal agents in New York, and an indictment against him was unsealed shortly afterward. The charges include racketeering conspiracy, allegations that he was part of an organized criminal enterprise involved in illicit activities, sex trafficking, accusations that he was involved in trafficking women for exploitation. The indictment details a range of criminal activities tied to these charges, and federal prosecutors have taken a strong stance against granting bail. They argue that Diddy poses a significant risk to the community and may attempt to obstruct justice. Federal authorities are also reportedly continuing their investigation, suggesting that additional individuals could be implicated as the case unfolds. If convicted, Diddy faces a mandatory minimum sentence of 15 years in prison and potentially a life sentence. Prosecutors will likely use this as an argument to show that Combs has strong motivation to flee, which makes the bail package and the conditions attached to it a key point of contention. The prosecutor's case. Damon Williams, the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, has stated that prosecutors will push for Diddy to be detained ahead of his trial. Their case likely rests on several factors. Flight risk. As a multimillionaire with extensive international connections, he has the means to leave the country, even with his assets tied up in the U.S. Obstruction of justice. The concern is that Combs may attempt to influence witnesses or tamper with evidence given the nature of the charges. While Combs' legal team has taken steps to mitigate these concerns, including the surrender of passports and the proposed GPS monitoring, it will ultimately be up to the court to decide whether the bail offer is sufficient to allow his release.